Hi, I'm Jason Slater from jasonslater.co.uk, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Wacom EyeBall. Now, the Wacom EyeBall is an indoor camera that can record directly to memory card. Now, it has some interesting features such as a 1/4 inch CMOS, 310,000 pixels. It has a 2.5mm focal length, and it can record a maximum frame rate of 640 by 480 at 30 frames per second. It is wired and wireless, so you can connect it up to your network. It also supports things such as dynamic DNS, so if you're running it on a local network attached to a broadband router, it should work just fine. Now, what you get in the box is the camera itself, the breakout box, a power adapter and network cable. You'll have to trust me that they're there. I've plugged them in at the moment. A mounting bracket, and some setup CDs, setup guides and manual. The Wacom EyeBall is dome shaped, and the camera is actually situated behind a small cover. It has push and point feature. I don't call it a technology, but the basic idea, I'm not sure if you can see the camera there, but you push the camera and then you can position the eyeball to point in whatever direction you want, pretty much. I mean, it does have quite good angles moving around, and it does seem to move quite freely once you push it in, and then once you release it, it does seem to stay in position. The microphone is here, and that records the audio. Around the base, if we remove the cover ring, we can see, let me just turn it upside down, there are some features here, including a reset area, a power indicator, and the micro SD slot. Now, unfortunately, the camera doesn't come with a micro SD card, so we're using one out of my mobile phone, which is a SanDisk 8 gig. And Wacom do stress that before removing or changing or adding the micro SD card, ensure the device is powered down. So let's pop that into position. Replace the cover ring, and we should be good to go. It has a single cable that goes into the breakout box, containing of a plug with a number of pins inside. The device itself, as I said, screws to the wall using a bracket. These are additional power adapters, different formats, and of course the setup CD, a nice little guide that shows you how to install device, and a nice template that you can stick to the wall and use as a guide. So we've installed the micro SD card, we've put the small bracket on. We're now going to take the breakout box. Let's talk about the breakout box before we do anything else. The breakout box is here, it can be attached to the wall. This is where this goes. Excuse me. And this is the sort of business end, if you like, of the breakout box. So what we have here, we've got a socket for the power. We've got a nice little audio out socket. We have an I/O terminal for connecting a sensor, and an Ethernet RJ45 plug. And obviously we've got a status light. So let's connect this in. There we go. Okay, so that's now connected. What I'm going to do now, over here, you probably can't see it from there, but I'm going to plug in the breakout box. I'm going to attach it on a wired network at the moment. And hopefully, if we take a look at the side here, let's take this off for a moment, we should be able to see the power light is actually starting up. So it's looking for a network connection, seems to have found one, and it's having some activity at the moment. So what you would do now, you take this, you install it on your mounting bracket. You would adjust the lens to be wherever you want it to be, up, down, left, right. You can see it moves quite freely. And off you go. And as I said, this device records direct to micro SD. It doesn't have to. It can also record to a NAS device. It can send the video and captured images using FTP and email. It's called push and point, the technology here. Push and we point it. I am cheating a little bit, I am reading the specifications. I've got a terrible memory for this already. Okay, what can I tell you? Okay, worth mentioning the wireless network. It doesn't have to be connected to a wired network. For security, this supports WEP, WPA, PSK, WPA2, PSK. Interestingly, this also has audio output. It can actually record audio through the microphone here, but using this adapter on the breakout box, we can actually send audio to it from a browser. So if we bring up the live view using Internet Explorer on the computer, and we have this connected to a speaker, we can actually send audio messages to it. Hey, what are you doing with my stuff? That kind of thing. Probably worth mentioning three things. It's mobile enabled. There are downloadable applications that can talk to this for various mobile devices. It has a motion detection technology built into it, so you can set it up to record if certain zones are affected, which we'll have a look at on the configuration interface on the computer. And the software runs on Windows and Mac.